Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be continuing on information security certification. We're going to avoid inferring the response MIME type with helmet.noSniff. Now I don't even know what this is. As a reminder, this project is being built upon the Replit and from GitHub. And if you haven't gone to the second video in the series, I recommend you do that because that's where we deploy it. That's the difficult part. So browsers can use content of MIME. Am I pronouncing that right? MIME? What is MIME? Multi-purpose internet mail extensions. How to pronounce? Oh, 54 seconds. That seems long. Really?
MIME.
I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so content type header of a browser to guess and process the data using an implicit content type. While this can be convenient in some scenarios, it can also lead to some dangerous attacks. The middleware sets X content type options to header to noSniff, instructing X content type options. Header to noSniff, instructions in the browser to not bypass the content type. Okay, so use helmet.noSniff sniff to do this. So yeah, my guess is that this is just going to be like app.use helmet.noSniff, and yeah, we'll just make it a thing. And I forgot the semicolon on the last video, but there it is. Now it's there. So I'm not going to save it there. I'm just going to see if we can find this. Let's run the yeah, we can just run npm start to get the server up and running. Oh, we probably already got it running. I'm going to restart it, Command C, and then go npm start. And I stopped it over here, so here we are. And it says that we're on localhost 3000, so if we come over here, this is our deployed environment with render. Oh, I must have closed it. So localhost 3000. Here we are. So let's see. What was it saying? It was saying X content type options, header to noSniff. So if we go to our network tab, let's refresh the page. X content type options. X content type options. Huh. Seems like this is all the same again. Content type. Cross origin. Okay, so I want to find out where would I see where to find X content type options in Chrome. Forbidden header name, X content type options, noSniff syntax. Response header is a marker used by the server to indicate the MIME type advertised on the content type. Headers should be followed and not be changed. The header allows you to avoid MIME type sniffing by saying that MIME types are deliberately configured. This header was introduced by Microsoft as a way for webmasters to block content sniffing. What is content sniffing? Is known as media type sniffing. MIME sniffing. It is a practice of inspecting the content of a byte stream to attempt to deduce the file format of the data within it. Content sniffing is generally used to compensate for a lack of accurate metadata that would otherwise be required to enable the files to be interpreted correctly. Content sniffing techniques tend to use a mixture of techniques that rely on the redundancy found in most file formats. Looking for file signature, magic numbers, and heuristics, including the things. Okay, so it's guessing the file type based on other information. Okay, cool. So where to know, okay, how to know how to look up on a web application in Chrome for a web application. Okay, that didn't help. Let's see if ChatGPT can help. In the developer tools window appears click the network tab, refresh the page, find the request for which to check the X content, can filter and request by selecting the XHR or all options. XHR. That might be our secret move here. Okay, so fetch XHR. Let's refresh the page. There wasn't any. Or all option from the menu, check the request to expand the view in the headers. Look for response headers section and locate X content type options in the header. Response headers. X content type. There's 3 here. Amazon, LT, cache. So maybe these are the ones. So let's go back over to the code, add our noSniff, stop the server, restart the server, and then refresh the page. Okay, so we still have all 3. 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 So I don't really understand what this is, but I do kind of feel confident that we're using the code that they want. So let's just test to that. So right now I have not deployed this to our developed environment via render. And so let's go over to information security and say you've completed it. So it's running the tests now. So free code camps making calls to our API. It says middleware should be mounted correctly, but it's test timed out, so it's not there. Okay, so let's go back to our web app. And now we want to use Git to deploy it. So Git status. We can see that the difference is that it says that we've removed this, but we've added it. So it's really all we've done is add this. So we can go git add, git commit, and then we're going to add noSniff for MIME protection. And we'll go git push. Okay, so now this is going up, and it should be, now we see add noSniff and MIME protection. And so once this is done, we'll check back in. Okay, so we're deployed. Now, I mean, the thing to do is just to see if this worked. Okay, so yeah, we passed the test. So really, it's just kind of walking us through this. I guess there's no real, I wish there was a way that I knew if this stuff is working. Is this an old tutorial? I don't know, but it's hard to tell. Let's see in the, this is the deployed app, right? So if we were to inspect here, we go to a network tab, we refresh the page. When I look down here, we still have these X cache, X Amaz. They don't mean much. I mean, how would you test that? Version of headers are shown. Learn more. We've been here. I never really understood that. View request payload. Preview. Response, initiator timing. Header. It's just telling us about the CSS, the hooks. Webpack. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really understanding what this is essentially. But I guess, I mean, what they're telling you is that if you build a Node app, you should just have this stuff in there because it's safer. But yeah, I would love to have somebody give me a heads up as to why this is. But for the time being, it seems that we've completed this challenge. So we're going to move on to the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next video.